Today we're going to get into a lesson about the controlled experiment. Okay, controlled experiment is kind of the classic way that a scientist will design an experiment to test what effect something has. It might be testing the effect of, oh, I don't know, on what a ball is made out of, how high it bounces. It might be the effect of a medicine on some sort of disease or headache or something of that sort. It might be an effect of a fertilizer on the growth of a plant. But to get a really good result, to get a good information that you can rely on to tell you what the effect of that thing is, that's what the controlled experiment is for. Okay, and so pay special close attention to this. To start off with, everybody get a piece of paper and please title it Controlled Experiment. All right, so you should have that as the title on the paper. You're going to be writing it down. Watch this short video, answer the question, watch another video, answer, etc. Go through the assignment. Okay, so the controlled experiment is the title of it, so have it there written down, underlined, and let's review what the scientific method, what we learned about before, what the steps of the scientific method are, okay? So we'll just do a little review. Now this is written in yellow, so you don't have to write it down. Okay, the steps in the scientific method then are going to be, science is about learning. So what's the first one going to be? That's right, it's the question. So you got to have a question you're trying to answer. And now you have an idea about what the answer probably is, and that's called a what? Part two, question, what? Then what? Hypothesis, that's correct. Now you have a hypothesis, which is what you think the answer probably is, but now you have to find out if you're right or not. And so the come up with something designed to test that hypothesis is called a, say the word. That's right, it's an experiment. So you come up with an experiment, and then you conduct the experiment and you make observations and you record your, what is it? Data, correct? So you got question, hypothesis, experiment, data. Say that in cadence, it'll help you remember. Question, hypothesis, experiment, data. Yeah, I kind of like you guys to know the steps of the scientific method. And so, please be practicing this in your head for the review. And after you have a data, what comes next? A conclusion. So you write a conclusion, come up with the idea. It's like, wow, did your data support your hypothesis or did it refute your hypothesis? And so that would be your analysis and your conclusion. And remember, we're going to want these written in a CER format where you make a claim and you give the evidence for it and then you explain your reasoning. That's going to be coming later, but so you know. Okay, question, hypothesis, experiment, data, conclusion. And now, are you all done? So after your conclusion, you can't just call it done. You have to report your findings to the other scientists, because scientists, they need to communicate with each other and compare answers. And sometimes scientists will repeat the experiment to verify that a scientist got it right. And what this lesson is about, well, you got the report findings, that's the sixth step. What this lesson is going to be about is the controlled experiment. It's a specific type of experiment where you can find out what effect one thing has on something else. It's really an ingenious way to figure it out, and it's really common sense, but very, very important. The controlled experiment. Okay?